So I was thinking back to a time when I couldn't stop making out. Like I had a new girlfriend, and whenever we were together, it was like our lips and bodies just crashed together like slobbery black holes. And we found it very hard to stop at a place where we didn't feel guilty afterwards. We were in danger, I guess, of falling into the very easy rut and spending all of our time working on the physical, or just using each other for um, our bodies for kicks. So we reluctantly set up some rules. Basically, we set up like a mental map of our bodies, and we agreed to the off limits acreage, um, because certain areas were dangerous. And we agreed that we were not going to find ourselves around any soft, billowy, broad surfaces or any car back seats when no one else was around. And I realized that we were just setting rules, just like religion has a tendency to do. And that's a lot of the reasons why we hate religion, because of all the rule setting, the rigid rule setting. But it wasn't like God had drawn these certain lines on our body as if we crossed them, we would burst into sin, like the buzz of the man's red nose in the Operation game. Zzz, zzz, zzz. But these were rules that were made by us and to help us keep tabs on our hearts and keep ourselves from messing stuff up. So we realized that we had the power to take something really good at the heart of it and turn it sour really quickly. So these rules, we made them to help prevent that. Basically, rules are what we invented in order to help keep our hearts in a way that we were really wanting what God wanted for us. So it started to become clear to me that maybe rules made by the church are similar. We tend to think that the church dictates the rules coming straight from like God. He drops down the lines on our body where to touch and where not to touch. But I don't know if that's the case in a lot of situations. Maybe most of the time we are basically operating on the rule system kind of set by the cloud of witnesses around us, or our community who know better than us, the people who have been doing this a lot longer than we have, know some really wise advice. And in order to disseminate it to the masses, they basically look like rules that people have set. Maybe if we started looking at the rules of religion more as recommendations which have been tried and true to help keep our hearts in the right spot in respect to God. And that is the really important part. The part that really matters is how our hearts are, the posture of our hearts before God. So maybe the next time I find myself in a situation where I'm pushing against certain general rules, like tithing or dating or like making out or whatever, I need to remember that God is not just some big killjoy, and I should instead remember that like I'm not alone. This is not all just for me. This religion and these rules are not all about what I can get out of it, but instead I'm part of a larger community which has combined its knowledge together and handed down wisdom that will help me keep my heart right with God. There you go.